Hi and welcome to KZB Academic Services, the best and finest academic services in the world. My name is Mr. Karzov, and today we are looking at Mathematics 2024. Okay, we look at questions, that is Mathematics Paper 1, 2024, and we look at the first question. So the first question reads, simplify. So question 1 is simplify. Simplify 3, and then we have open brackets 2x minus 4, close bracket minus 2, open bracket, here we have x minus 1, and then close brackets. Okay, so the question here is asking us to simplify this expression, which is just an algebraic expression. So with the first thing that we do is to make sure that we remove these brackets. Okay, how do you remove the brackets? You expand. Okay, now how do you expand? You multiply each term that is in brackets. You say 3 times 2x, and what we are getting is 6x, and then minus, because of the negative here. So we have 3 times 4, what we're getting is 12. Okay, and then negative 2 times x, you get negative 2x. Okay, and then negative 2 times negative 1, what you're getting is positive 2. Now, from this point here, you can see that here we have like terms. Okay, so here we have 6x, and then here we have minus 2x. So we can group the like terms where we say 6x minus 2x, and then minus 12 plus 2. So 6x minus 2x, what we are getting is 4x. Okay, and then negative 12 plus 2. You know, when the signs are different and then you are adding, when the signs are different, subtract and get the sign from the bigger number. When the signs are different, subtract and get the sign from the bigger number. So here we are going to subtract and get the sign from the bigger number, meaning that we have negative 10. And this is the first question, which is 4x minus 10. Okay, any questions? Okay, let's move on to the second question. So the second question is, I'm going to erase the first one. So the second question is tissue. We move on to number 2, question 2. So question 2 is evaluate negative 2 to the power 0 times negative 2 to the power 3. Okay, so here they are saying, they are asking us to evaluate. Here we have a negative 2 to the power 0, open brackets, we have negative, close brackets to the power 0 times open brackets negative 2, close brackets to the power 3. Now this one is very simple. Why? Because any number raised to the power 0 is 1. Any number raised to the power 0 is 1. So here we have 1 times, now here what are we getting? Okay, so this one is yes, I made a mistake. Here we have a negative there. I thought so. So here we have a negative. Now, according to the laws of indices, we said that negative index. If we have this one, if we have x to the power negative m is the same as saying 1 over x to the power m. Okay, that is negative indices. So here it's the same as saying 1 over negative 2 to the power positive 3 there. Okay, implying that we have 1 times, this is 1 over negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Now this negative is also part of the 2. Okay, so here we have 1 times, and then what we are getting is 1 over negative 2 times negative 2, that is positive 4. Positive 4 times negative 2, get negative 8, implying that we have 1 times negative 1 over 8. Therefore, here we have negative 1 over 8. This is the answer. Okay, I hope you can see the answer. The answer is negative 1 over 8. Okay, yes. Questions? Do you have questions? Okay. Okay, let's move on to the third question. So I'm going to erase question 3. Question 2. We go to question 3. Now, what is question 3 saying? So question 3 is factorize completely. Where we have 27y squared minus 3x squared. Okay, so the question here reads factorize completely. The question here reads factorize completely. Now, how do you factorize this one completely? Okay, it's very simple because the first thing is to factor out what is common. So as you can see here, 3 is common. So I'm going to say 3 outside, and then 3 into 27y, what we're getting is 9y squared minus 3 into 3x squared, what I'm getting is x squared. Now from this one, remember that they're saying factorize this one completely. Remember the difference of two squares. When we have a squared minus b squared, it's the same as saying a plus b, and then here we have a minus b. Okay, difference of two squares. So here it's the same as saying 3. Okay, and then this 9y squared is the same as saying 3y squared minus x squared. Okay, then here we say 3. Okay, open brackets. Here we have 3y plus x. Okay, and then close there, and then we have 3y minus x, close there, and then we close this one. We even underline. So this is difference of two squares, because here we have a plus b. Okay, and then here we have a minus b. Okay, as a difference of two squares. Okay, very interesting question. Let's move on to question 4. Okay, let's move on to question 4. So question 4 asks us here, they are saying a straight line L is represented by the equation. Okay, so we have a straight line represented by the equation. Okay, a straight line represented by the equation. So the equation L is represented by the equation 2x minus y is equal to 5. I've not written it exactly the way it is in the paper. I've just, that's replacing. So we have a straight line represented by the equation 2x minus y is equal to 5. Now the question is find the gradient. Okay, find the gradient. Find the gradient. Now here what we have remember that whenever you're finding the gradient for the equation like this one, you must know the standard form of writing the equation of a line. So the equation of a line, the standard form is y is equal to mx plus c, where this m is just giving us the gradient. Okay, where m is the gradient. So we have to rewrite this one, which is 2x minus y is equal to 5. We need to write it in this fashion, which is going to give us y is equal to mx plus c. Now what do we do? I'm going to take negative y to the other side. If I take negative y to the other side, what I have is 2x minus 5 is equal to y. Therefore I'm going to say y is equal to 2x minus 5. But now remember the coefficient of x, which is a gradient. In this case here we have mx plus c. Now what is the coefficient of x? The coefficient of x is gradient. Okay, the coefficient of x is our gradient. In this case our gradient is equal to 2. Okay, so our gradient is simply equal to 2. Okay, do you have any doubts, questions? Yes. Let's move on to the next one. So we move on to question 5. Are we on the same page? Yes. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's KZV Academics, and also like and follow our Facebook page. It's KZV Academics. Remember that ours is progress. Okay, we move on to question 5. So question 5 reads, Question 5 is saying shade. Shade the region P intersect R complement intersect Q on the Venn diagram. In the answer space, Okay, so here, this is what we have. So this is a set, the inverse set there, and then we have these 3 sets. So we have P, Q, and R. Now, what we are going to do with this one, so the first thing that we are going to do is so this is what we are going to do. Okay, we'll first start with this one, P intersect R complement, and then intersect Q. So say P intersect R, this is P intersect R complement. So this is P, and then intersect R complement. R is outside this one, okay, outside, okay, where it's intersecting. So you can see it is intersecting now. And then they say Q. Okay, so Q, Q, here we have Q, this is Q. Okay, so you can see where they are intersecting. Okay, so here we have this one, okay, and then here we have this one. So where are they intersecting? So we have this set here, we have this set here, and then we also have complement of this set, which is just on this one here. Okay, so where they are intersecting, they intersecting on this point here. This is where they are intersecting, on this point. Okay, so these ones, they are intersecting on this point here. This is where they are intersecting. So this is the part that you shade. Okay, so this is the part that you shade. So you shade this part because this is the part where they are intersecting. Okay, where are they intersecting? They are all intersecting, all the 3 of them, they are intersecting at this point here. Okay, so this is the part that you shade. Are we on the same page? Yes. Okay, please, if you have doubts, questions, just ask. Okay, now let's move on to question 6.